The story of Maleficarum began back in October 2023 when I was contacted by staff members of Second Star Events. This is an association that provides both spaces and dates in which fantasy lovers can be themselves and enjoy their shared interest. The staff were preparing a ball for spring 2024 that was called Once Upon a Dream Ball. This name, Once Upon a Dream, it's a quote from a Disney movie, Sleeping Beauty, that also takes its name from a famous tale and also from a ballet composed by Tchaikovsky in the 19th century. Some of you watching may not know that I was a ballerina for over 25 years, so this whole situation hit home immediately. That Second Star were preparing this event actually gave me the perfect excuse to turn the tables around about what was expected from me as an artisan for a spring collection. I'm kind of tired of following this wheel, this capitalist wheel that many brands use as a guide to create their collections. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing bad about going the floral and the green way in creating a spring collection. It actually kind of makes sense after so many months of darkness in the winter time. Still, I'm not a very springy person, I'm not a very floral print person, so that this event was themed in the heroes versus villains with the Sleeping Beauty thing kind of matched my exhaustion about what is expected of me as a creator and a seller. So, as I became a sponsor for Once Upon a Dream Ball, I knew it wasn't enough for me to create just 2 pieces that I was asked for the ball giveaways. The 2 pieces that were crowning the hero and the villain of the night were not enough outlet for the storm of ideas I had already in my mind. I began my creative journey building 2 mood boards on Pinterest named Sleeping Beauty Good and Sleeping Beauty Evil, and I definitely got much more interested in the evil side. Villain characters tend to be richer and more complex. As I grew older, I understood that the motivations behind evil characters are usually a result of mistreat or outcasting, even of abilities that were unusual or ahead of their time in the story. Back to my ballet background, I saved pictures of stage performances from various evil characters on famous productions of Sleeping Beauty and Swan Lake. The designers that make these costumes are brilliantly creative, and I was naturally drawn to that. So I slowly started to build a set of costume garments that were meant to be of limited edition pieces around the different crown sketches that I drew for the ball, and without notice I was already making a full collection of dark vibed pieces. What I was already certain on is that I was not purchasing any more materials for such a collection. I already had lots of leftovers and unused materials that would work fabulously for dark costume accessories like the ones featured in this collection. In fact, one of the reasons why the pieces are so limited in quantity is because I just can't get the materials again. Some of the supplies I used are literally leftovers from previous projects, so this collection also ticks one of my ethic musts: minimal to zero waste. And why Maleficarum, you may say? Since the original idea sparked from the Sleeping Beauty quote, Once Upon a Dream, and back to the Disney movie, the villain of that film was Maleficent, I wanted to follow the thread backwards and see where that word Maleficent came etymologically. The Latin word maleficens, I hope I'm saying that correctly, actually means malign, vicious, wicked, and it also gave name to this famous medieval book Malleus Maleficarum, which is translated as the Hammer of the Witches. This book was written by Dominic priests and it was published in 1487. It was meant to teach people how to identify, capture, interrogate and punish people that was suspicious of witchcraft. I consider the whole witchcraft topic to be fascinating, and these findings did match my general idea of what I was going for nicely. So I took the Maleficarum part of the title, which means of witches, as a word that would sum up my idea. I think it is important for me to mention here that I don't consider witchcraft to be purely evil. In fact, most of those accused of performing witchcraft throughout history actually were early forms of astronomers, scientists, doctors, and philosophers. Everything that deviates from the norm, as it happens nowadays as well, is a reason to fear and is usually punished out of ignorance. That is something I also wanted to express with this work, that what looks to be fearful, harmful, evil, might be in fact yet to be understood. The eternal battle between good and evil has been forever portrayed since the beginning of human time. There are endless examples of this that we experience every day, because there's always some good in the evil and vice versa.